Alright guys, so the Mongol Invasion has arrived to Rome 2 Total War. We're back to some Total War mod news, and today I want to talk about the 1177 AD mod for Rome 2 Total War, the medieval kind of Crusader Saladin mod where you can play as the Crusader states, as Baldwin, as Saladin. It's a really fantastic mod, highly recommended. I've dropped links to all of these down below in the video description, but also we now have a Mongol Invasion sub-mod for this as well, where there is a playable Mongol faction with all the characters, all the immersion, all the units, and you can play as this faction in 1177 AD and invade medieval Europe. It's great fun, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Before diving straight in though, if you don't own any of the Total War games, or if you're missing some of the DLCs, and after this video you do want to buy one or two, you can pick them up for up to a massive 90% off on Instant Gaming, a reputable game key reseller. They have a great roster of games with the Total War titles and loads of others like Ghosts of Tsushima, Elden Ring, Crusader Kings, or even Manor Lords. All of these games and more all have much bigger discounts than before, so if you're thinking about buying, make sure to click the link below in the video description to get your games for cheap and support the channel at the same time. Now let's get back to the video. So on the campaign side of things, you start with Genghis Khan, of course. He's got a heavy cav-based army to begin with, which is great fun, all very unique and new units to the mod as well. You do get a second army led by Bonyak. He's got a mix of infantry and spearmen, swordsmen, cavalry, and trebuchet, which is really cool to have at the start of a campaign. You know, heavy artillery pieces for your sieges, especially. Don't forget, you know, every city in these mods is walled, so having trebuchet, especially as the Mongols, is really cool to start with. So, you know, as the Mongols, you have diplomatic penalties. You know, you could go after the Kuman Kipchaks in the north, or the Oghuz to your west, or the Khwarezmian Empire, as I've done here. So I took Bukhara to begin with. I went after Amul with its horse resource, which is quite important, you know, as the Mongols. And I sent my second army with the trebuchet against Samarkand, the province capital there. They were mustering up an army which I was not happy with, so we sent them against the army there, the garrison army as well. It was quite an interesting battle to begin with, and also just to test out the balancing here, how the Mongol army plays. It is immense fun, I have to say. This is a very powerful unit roster that the Mongols have, and especially if you start with the trebuchet, you start with really heavy ranged cavalry, the melee lancers as well. Heavy Mongol cavalry is super fun to play with. It is a bit of kind of micromanaging, a lot more than I'm used to, but it was just great fun to start off with. You know, they have lots of ranged cavalry there, raining fire on my troops. I need to clean up their cavalry. Their general there left alone. They've got infantry coming up from the garrison as well, so trying to pin them down with my trebuchet and just cause as much range havoc as I could was just really fun to see and play out. And the balancing is good. You know, in the last 6 to 8 months, I've been saying the mod developers have done some really great work to bring balancing back up to speed for these mods, for the medieval 1100 and now the 1177 with the Mongol Invasion mods as well. It's just in a really good place. It's not as hit or miss as it was before. I really do enjoy them. So this was a great little battle to get things started, to kick things off as the Mongols, and we really brought the Mongol power to the Khwarezmian Empire here. We took out this army. Samarkand was pretty much left alone. We got some spoils of war, some equipment, some kind of prisoners that we released there for some money, and we took Samarkand as well. So yeah, just overall, the campaign is in a pretty interesting, fun place with the Mongols. I would say it's great to get into at the moment. Lots of balancing will probably come in time, but I've really enjoyed my time so far with it, and I think you probably will too. So as I said, you know, there's a link below if you want to check out this campaign. The units that the Mongols come with are really unique and powerful. They look great as well. There's some really great, unique, custom, high quality made units here. There's 12 of them for the Mongols, as well as, you know, access to lots of other units as the Mongols as well. Lots of Eastern units that you can get access to. But they look great. The battle balancing is in a great place. I've had a lot of fun with it. And as I said, you know, there's more work probably going to come for this. A lot more work work, hopefully more units as well. The Mongols could have access to a few more infantry units, I would say, but overall, it's in a really, really cool place. It's great that they're continuing to work on 1177 AD with a brand new faction here with the Mongols, and they play really cool on the campaign as well. So yeah, this is here, guys. If you want to check it out, I cannot recommend it enough. I could go on and on about it, but the link is in the video description below. Get in there and check it out for yourself. Now, of course, alongside the Mongol invasion for 1177 AD, which will disrupt your campaigns if you don't play them, if you play as any of the other factions, which is quite cool to think about. It's a unique event, basically, you need to keep in mind. But there are other updates here with this one as well. We've got 5 new units for Sicily and Apulia, Lombard swordsmen, spearmen, longbowmen, cavalry, and armored skirmishers, which is quite cool. You've got 4 new units for all the Norman factions, Norman spear sergeants, Norman mounted sergeants, and Norman barons. You've got lots of other kind of Norman units reskinned and rebalanced as well from a roster perspective. There's also some reskinning for the English and Scottish elite units, which I definitely have to check out as half Scottish as I am. Improved recruitment for Normandy, England, and Scotland as AI, which should be interesting. Lots of great work for that area of the campaign map. Improved trigger of gear stolen event. So I didn't know this, but apparently if you have equipment, you can have low public order might lead to some some equipment being stolen, which is quite cool. Added Anatolian horse archers unit for Turkic factions. You've got AI should recruit more recently added units, which is cool. AI should construct more economic buildings. The county of Sicily can now recruit Moorish units, which is quite cool as well. Their proximity to that Moorish faction kind of in North Africa and Sicily. That's quite cool as well. Nice to see. Spoils of battle event now works properly. I guess there were some bug issues there, and increased Eastern unit costs on 10% in custom battle. So some more kind of, I guess, MP multiplayer focused changes there as well. So a great little update, lots of changes to unit rosters for multiple factions, not just the Mongols, as I said. And then finally, the last thing I want to mention is they just kind of do a little teaser here for what's coming next, you know, what the future of what medieval mods for Rome 2 might look like. They are currently working on a new campaign for Rome 2 using the Wrath of Sparta campaign DLC called Medieval 1207 AD, the Latinocratia. I hope I pronounced that correctly, or Francocratia, refers to the Greek period following the Fourth Crusade, where Frankish and Italian kingdoms took the place of the Byzantine Empire. Lots of fantastic, interesting work being done there for a brand new campaign using, as I said, the Wrath of Sparta campaign map, which is a very underutilized, fantastic little campaign map as well. I'm not a big fan of the vanilla campaign, Wrath of Sparta, that CA made, but with mods like Hellenica, with Gyros Meister's mod, the Demetrius Polyarchides, there are some great campaigns for it, and now we're getting a new medieval-focused campaign for it as well by this team, which is really, really quite exciting. I mean, to be able to play as Frankish kingdoms, Italian kingdoms, the Byzantine Empire, some Turkic factions on the eastern side of the map as well. Like, there are some great avenues for opportunity in a campaign like this. Just kind of, we'll see what happens, of course. You know, this is early days, but I'm very, very excited to see what comes out of this. And that's it for today, guys. So 1177 AD, the medieval mod for Rome 2 has a Mongol Invasion submod. It's all linked below in the video description. Definitely recommend you check it out. There's some really great, unique, new, fresh gameplay here for the medieval mod, and I'm very much enjoying it right now. I'm sure you will as well. So yeah, I really recommend you check it out. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. If you did, give it a like and drop any thoughts or questions in the comments section below, and let me know what you think of this Mongol addition to medieval 1177 AD, all the new updates that have come with this update as well for the other factions, and the news about the newest campaign that might be coming on the horizon, their latest piece of work for the Wrath of Sparta campaign on Rome 2 as well. Very exciting stuff there. Early days, but I'm very excited to see more news about what that's going to look like and what kind of playable factions, the unit rosters, the starting positions. Just, I'm always excited to see new modded campaigns in development, especially medieval mods for Rome 2. That's just so cool to hear. So hopefully news comes out soon. I'll be making more videos as they come, of course. Subscribe to the channel for more Total War content just like this. Check out the instant gaming links below if you're looking to pick up Rome 2, its DLCs, or any other Total War. And thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.